In this video, we're talking about identity, our identity, and places we put it that we might not be aware of. Identity, my identity. I got a question a couple of weeks ago about what is it about you not being able to exercise that brings you down? And I know this from before, that one of the reasons I work out, and I shared this before, is I like how my body looks, the building muscles and strength, and that kind of reflects on my self-worth, how much, in a way, how I look at myself. So I know that, and it's I don't mind that carrot, but I also know I have fears around not being able to exercise, not being able to move my body, because then that might lead to me gaining weight, gaining fat, getting fat, and that would kind of bring me down. So I know a part of me, my identity, I'm the man, the guy who works out, who takes care of myself, and if I can't do that, who am I then? And it kind of got me going. And it looped me around, and I started to, well, I know, okay, so I know I have self-worth, things around me, working out, moving my body, that's a part of me, and I love that part as well, that actually takes action, that takes care of my body. But we had a discussion about it, and back to my fear of getting sick, then I can't exercise. And I know it's a fear of losing control around eating. It's like, if I'm getting sick, I know I have a hard time sticking to my routine, sticking to the healthy things. I kind of just want to stuff myself. That part of that lizard brain thing, your survival instinct just kicks in, and you just want to consume everything in the house. And I gain easily back the fat I lost, because I have been overweight in many years ago. So I since I still have those fat cells, I can easily regain the fat. And I know there's like fear around that, losing control. So that question kind of got me looping. Oh yeah, who am I if I don't work out? That's about identity. Who are we if we're not doing the things we're doing, like working out? And I have some friend, he talked about doing soccer when he was young. He was the guy who played soccer all the time, and when he kind of stopped doing that, it kind of, whoa, who am I then if I don't do this? And some people maybe can relate to when they retire. They've been working their whole life, and that's what they do. And when they retire, they're just like, whoa, who am I now if I'm not working? So creating awareness around this, like just being aware that I have my identity around this thing. And the benefit of the awareness is, if someone would critique my working out or how much I work out, I can maybe sometimes take it personal. That's it. That it usually becomes personal if you have whatever you're doing, or hobbies or work or something, and if it's connected with your identity, then you take it personal. It's like a personal attack on you. And if you're aware of this identity connection, it's easier to kind of, okay. If I feel it's personal, but it's not. It's like some people who are into some kind of sports or some kind of team sports. Maybe they're not doing the sports, but they're cheering for their team or whoever's doing something, and the team loses, and it feels personal. It's like and that connection is because it's the part of your identity, and just awareness can create some kind of relief. Okay. I understand why I feel it's personal, but it's not. And that can be a relief to get that conscious thing about it. Okay, I get it. It feels personal, but it's not, because I have some friends who was really into some themes in the sports, and I know when their team would lose, he would go bananas. And I remember from school, I could so not get that connection because I was not into that sport, into that team. And I could, if I would tease him about his team losing, he would go, I mean, it was almost scary how mad he would get. And now that I kind of understand this identity thing, I get why he got so mad, because it feels, I mean, when I was teasing about the team losing, I was kind of teasing him personally. And that was like, so where do we put our identities? I think there's a big benefit in kind of creating consciousness around, okay, where do I have my identity? Is it in my work? Is it in my hobbies, in the things I do? And if I would stop doing those due to something, who am I then? And the funny thing was, when I had this talk to my friend around who am I if I couldn't exercise, around the fear of getting sick, a week later, when I'm at a course, I fell down a stairs and sprained my foot. So right now, like 2 weeks later, I still can't run. I still almost can't walk normally. It still hurts and it's painful. So I kind of really got to practice who am I if I can't do this right now, and I see the value in practicing. Maybe I needed to practice more again around this. Who am I if I don't do this? Can I still feel self-worth? Am I still okay? Can I just see if I can relax and not lose control in this space? And so far it's been, yeah, I kind of noticed, I kind of right away when I fell and I felt, okay, this is bad, I kind of felt an acceptance. Okay, it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. Let's just, apparently I need to practice. I need to practice being in this space, not being able to exercise as much as I would like maybe. Who am I then? So I got invited to practice my, where do I put my identity, and is it that important as I might think? So yeah, around identity. So where do you know where you put your identity? Is it in like your work or your some kind of sports or some kind of exercise or whatever? Are you aware of it? Do you feel when someone is talking about something, it feels personal, even though it's not you, but like it's like a thing or a person or a teacher or something, some cause maybe, and just to maybe start creating awareness around it and notice how it feels when you know, okay, I take it personal because it's part of my identity. And when you are aware of it, that's kind of, there's a benefit. I notice anyway, are the places I'm aware of, I have kind of put my identity. Insight I got from that question and yeah, spraining my foot and what that would cause. So where do we put our identities? Yeah. Leave a comment. Can you relate in some areas where it's so super clear and it's like, okay, I know that. Yeah. I put my identity in that space. Yeah, please share. Let's discuss. Like, subscribe, do the thing. That's it for today.